All right, everybody, welcome back for another deep dive. We just try to find interesting things to look at.
Yeah.
And this one I think is particularly interesting. This is a satirical piece,
Okay.
and it imagines George Carlin
Oh, wow.
and God
Okay.
having drinks at like a cosmic bar.
Wow.
So,
Very
I
interesting.
mean, we all know George Carlin. He was, pretty outspoken.
Oh, yeah. He was definitely not afraid to speak his mind.
Yeah, and so the author uses this as a vehicle to kind of explore the U.S. political landscape and really look at kind of the Democratic Party and where they stand
Then where they fail.
and where they fail.
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to be talking about today is this
Quite
piece,
good.
this satirical piece.
Yeah.
So one of the main things that comes through in this is just Carlin's frustration.
Yeah.
The Democrats.
Yeah.
He's like these guys never learn.
Yeah, he's really laying into them.
Oh, he is.
He's saying they're completely out of touch with, like, the working class. Yeah. Obsessed with, all these cultural issues, and they can't get their act together.
It's like they want to lose, right?
That's exactly it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they're shooting themselves in the foot.
And so, there are a couple examples I thought were pretty funny. Like,
Yeah.
I remember, there was that whole debate about, what's the proper way to use pronouns?
Right.
And at the same time, gas prices were going through the roof.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And people were like, I can't afford to fill my tank, and they're worried about pronouns.
It's like, what are you guys doing,
Yeah, and so Carlin really seizes on that, and he says, these Democrats are so busy worrying about which bathroom people use, they've forgotten about the folks who are struggling to put food on the table.
Yeah. That's classic Carlin right there.
Yeah.
Like, he can cut right to the heart of the issue and make you laugh at the same time.
And it's so true.
Yeah.
Right?
It is.
I mean, it's like, there are these big problems that we're facing. And it just seems like the Democrats are focused on the wrong things.
And what's God's take on all this?
So God is kind of just like sitting there listening,
Yeah.
with this bemused look on his face like humans. Am I right?
Yeah, he's seen it all before. So, like, all this political infighting is nothing new.
Right.
He even references the Council of Nicaea.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Like back in 325 AD, they were debating the nature of Christ.
Yeah, and so it's like, from God's perspective, this is just like another day at the office.
Exactly. Like, guys, this has been going on forever. You're not special.
Right. But let's dive a little deeper into Carlin's critique.
Okay.
So he really hammers on this idea that, the Democrats are so focused on things like transgender rights that they're missing the bigger picture.
Right. And the economic struggles of everyday Americans.
Yeah. And so he's arguing that, they've become too focused on identity politics.
And they've lost touch.
And they've lost touch with
the average person.
the needs of the average person.
Right.
Yeah. And this is something that we've heard before.
It's a common criticism.
It is a common criticism. And, and it resonates with people regardless of where they fall on the political spectrum.
Absolutely.
So, it's not just something that Republicans are saying.
No, it's definitely something that's being said across the board.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and he doesn't just stop at the party as a whole.
No, he singles out Kamala Harris.
Yeah. And he seems to have some sympathy for her, though,
Yeah, a little bit.
given, the short time frame of her campaign.
And going up against Trump.
Yeah, going up against
Yeah.
Trump and his propaganda machine.
Right.
And it's at this point that God chimes in.
What does he say?
And he says, well, you can't say she had it easy.
Oh, wow.
Right. And it's just like this, like perfect comedic timing.
Yeah.
And it's like a divine acknowledgement
Yeah.
of just like the absurdity,
Of the whole thing.
the whole political landscape.
Right.
But so amidst all of this cynicism
Yeah.
and frustration,
Uh,
there's a glimmer of hope.
oh, okay.
So God says, even though it seems like a mess down there,
Yeah.
there's always hope.
Okay.
In the end, good will triumph.
There you go.
And so, it's this reminder
Right.
that even in the face of like political turmoil,
Yeah.
we can't give up on the possibility of progress.
Yeah. We can't lose hope.
Yeah. So that's kind of like the takeaway message.
So we explored George Carlin's hilarious yet pointed critique of the Democratic Party,
Right.
touched upon their internal struggles, and even got like a divine perspective on U.S. politics.
And what I think is so fascinating about this piece is that it's not just, a rant against the Democrats.
It's more nuanced than that.
It's more nuanced than that.
Yeah.
And I think, it really makes you think about what's important.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And where our priorities should lie.
Yeah. So here's something for you to ponder.
Okay, I'm ready.
If you were at that cosmic bar
Okay.
with Carlin and God,
Right.
what burning questions would you ask them
Oh, that's a good one.
about today's political climate?
Yeah.
Let us know your thoughts.
Let us know.
All right. Thanks for joining us for another deep dive.
See you next time.
We'll see you next time.